This week on At Your Leisure, we're taking the off-road vehicles on-road as we take the street-legal ATVs and show the kids the best of the historical sites in Salt Lake City.
Then, Nick Chase is taking us on a one-of-a-kind adventure from Warner Valley to the top of Sand Hollow on what he calls the original rock crawler.
And finally, STEIN shows us that you don't necessarily need to have a lot of snow to have a lot of fun this winter as he visits the East Canyon Fish Derby. It's all coming your way now. At Your Leisure is next.
Okay, Kevin, what is the blue and white flag for?
I have no clue.
Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Gina Mortensen.
And like she said, I'm Kevin, and we're here with the kids today at Ensign Peak Nature Park. And we're getting ready to start a tour of Salt Lake City.
We are. The kids are out of school. They're not really that bored, but we still thought we'd do something educational, and Salt Lake City it is.
We'll start us off. What does that blue flag mean?
The blue flag is the official flag of the Mormons.
Well, I had no idea. I'm really looking forward to today. We got our friends from Utah Off-Road. We've got 3 side-by-sides, and we are getting out on the road to see historical sites around Salt Lake City. How cool is that?
I think it's awesome.
Let's go check it out.
Okay, come on.
So about 2 years ago, we started Utah Off-Road as just a different platform, give some variety to the community. We're not solely side-by-side. We incorporated Jeeps, ATVs, side-by-sides, motocross. We even have a couple horse members in there, so anything off-road, that's what we like. It's important for all of us as a community just to come together. You know, there's differences with the Jeeping community, the buggies versus side-by-sides, you know, but if we can come together as a cohesive group, that would be ideal. So our Facebook group, Utah Off-Road, you know, we'll create some events when we come up with them. Right now we're working on at least 4 or 5 of them, and they'll be announced over the next 6 months, you know, as we come closer to them. We try to jam a lot of stuff and a lot of activities, a lot of rallies into our group and support those rallies as well. We want all the positive off-roaders to, you know, join Utah Off-Road and stay members of the other positive groups so that we can have a collective argument when it comes to trail access and whatnot. So they can go to Facebook and just search in Utah-Off-Road and just answer the 3 questions, become a member, and we'll get you signed up.
Well, how about that ride?
Gorgeous. Absolutely bug-free, dust-free, and found a couple of homes.
There are advantages to getting on the road in an off-road machine, a street-legal off-road machine.
Yep.
And there's a lot of beautiful houses up here.
I found a couple he could buy me.
Salt Lake City has some great sites, great historical sites. You just don't think about that when you think of Utah, but it's really neat to drive up and down these streets and see some of it.
That's very pretty. Nice, relaxing Sunday drive.
We're gonna go find more sites and send you guys off to this week's Where To.
Hey, At Your Leisure, Nick Chase here, out on a rare and rainy day in St. George, Utah. Now, I heard that horses were the original off-road vehicles. If that's the case, mules, like these ones behind me, must have been the original rock crawlers. We're gonna find out today because we're in Warner Valley and we're gonna be doing the Hazlam Trail. I'm super excited to take these bad boys out and give them a test, so let's go. Right away, you can feel how sturdy and formidable mules are. Rock steady and confident on their feet, it's easy to see how these animals were an integral part of settling the West. Our guide for the day, Paul Gooch, has owned mules for many years and knows exactly how much they're capable of.
Well, we really like mules because they have a heightened sense of self-preservation, and they get that from the donkey side of their heritage. It's hard to get them to fall down. It's hard to get them to do things that would, you know, where they would hurt themselves. And they're just they have a reputation for being very, very sure-footed. And I would say that's that's how I've experienced it.
And in areas where OHVs aren't permitted, mules make a great mode of transportation both on and off the trail.
Well, you know, as lands get more and more closed off to like motorized access, and with all the wilderness areas that we have in the West, mules are fantastic conveyance for getting in the backcountry. And the ability to really get deep into those places where you can't go on a motorcycle or an ATV anymore, that's where they shine.
While Warner Valley itself is open to motorized recreation, there's definitely something special about experiencing this trail while sitting in a saddle.
We call this the Hazlam Trail, and it's just very deserty sandstone, steep, ledgy, a lot of ledges that are kind of bull-nosed that we'll be traversing. They just shine in that, and as the footage will show, you know, the mules, they seem to know where to put their feet.
The excitement of this trail is beaten only by its sheer beauty. As you ascend the steep rust-colored cliffs, you are treated to fantastic views of Warner Valley. Needless to say, it's one of Paul's favorite places to ride.
Probably it's the trail with the most, it's probably one of the most visually stunning trails that we ever ride on, and just has an intense sense of heights and overlooks, and I, you know, this ride that we took up there, it's almost a little bit prettier after it rains really hard because everything gets more red. The reds get really intense. We like the intense reds that you get on the trail.
Without a doubt, the Hazlam Trail sets the standard for a scenic day in southern Utah. And even though they can be a bit stubborn at times, it's even more rustic and memorable from the back of a mule. The dexterity and confidence these animals have scaling the Red Rock is nothing short of impressive. For At Your Leisure and this week's Where To, I'm Nick Chase.
Isn't it time to slow down? To enjoy the view, to get some space, and to social distance. There's no better place to be than on the trails. Visit TualaCountyTrails.com for your next adventure.
Hey babe, I'll be right back.
You alright?
I don't know. He only does this when we come to Jorgensen's.
Coming down into the little valley and stuff, you can look over the whole thing. For me, I can just feel the stress just kind of melt away. There's so many trails to go up on and explore. The desert, and then you've got the lake, you got the mountains. It's just a little bit of everything. It's a little piece of paradise out here. Pretty much anybody that I've brought up here, they will ask, can we come back?
At Stedman's Recreation, trucks are arriving daily with back-ordered side-by-sides, ATVs, and dirt bikes. Let Stedman's Recreation help get you outside so you can explore and create memories to last a lifetime. Call or stop by Stedman's to hold your side-by-side, ATV, or dirt bike with a small deposit. Yamaha, Honda, Polaris, and Beta. Plus, Stedman's has a full service department and Honda power equipment.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
This week's What's New segment is brought to you by Tunex. Winter is here. Tires, brakes, heater and defrost systems, we do it all.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. It's What's New time. Always, it's fun when we have a new machine to review. And of course, compliments of Kirk Stedman from Stedman's Recreation. Today we are going to be looking at the new Wolverine 1000 RMAX. This is a 2-passenger and it's the XTR upgrade. This is a pretty cool looking machine. Kirk, what makes this so special?
You know, some of the cool features that the RMAX has is they Got 30-inch tires, so you've got 14 inches of travel in the front and about 17 inches in the rear.
And what's the overall clearance? We're looking at, what, 13.8 inches, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, yep. So you got plenty of clearance to get over the rocks, over the obstacles out there on the trail. You got your 3-position adjustable shocks on there, so depending on what ride you're wanting to get, you can get out and adjust it. The shoulder bolster that they have to hold you in, they've redesigned that. It comes with a dumping bed, got the tailgate on it. It comes with a full 2-inch receiver for a trailer hitch.
So I think the one thing that really stands out on the Yamaha is that it has its throttle is all by wire. It's not a direct linkage, and I think that makes it unique.
The computer can control the throttle body to give you the best delivery of the power.
So is that tied into the fact that the XTR has like an adjustable mode on it? You know,
yes, you got enough power that you can go out in the sand, get around, but then you can also put it into trail mode where it's got easy controllable throttle and you can crawl and go up through the rocks and do whatever.
So this thing has a screen system in it called the Adventure Pro. What is unique about this one?
The most unique thing is it's like a tablet that you can remove from the machine, take it with you when you're hiking around, so you still have a GPS with you when you're away from the machine.
And then what other kinds of things does it do? It connects to the systems on the vehicle?
It connects to the vehicle, so it gives you engine temperature, RPMs, miles per hour, battery voltage, all that kind of information while you're driving.
All right, well, enough of this. Let's go see what it does on the trail. Holy smokes, Kurt, I am impressed. What do you think?
I was very impressed with this machine. The traction it had crawling the rocks was amazing.
I had really expected, on some of that stuff we were going over, I was expecting to hear thump, thump, thump. We only kissed the bottom twice.
Yeah, and it just barely kissed.
I was also impressed at how well the differential lock worked. I mean, it just really, as soon as you put that in, it just grabs and it goes. Obviously, you can see it does well in the whoops, and it climbs pretty adequately. So you're looking for all the way around great machine. I think this is a pretty good one.
Yeah, in Utah, you have such varied terrain. This is going to be an awesome machine for Utah.
I agree. If you'd like to find out more about it, this one, of course, came from Stedman's. They can get them for you. I don't think anybody has a whole bunch of stock right now.
No, not yet.
But you know, get on the list, get one ordered, and we'll be right back with more of At Your Leisure.
Sick of staying home? Getting outside and exploring great open spaces is now more important than ever. Spend your summer exploring Tooele Valley, where there is so much so close. Plan your escape now at TooeleValley.org.
The Old West is still alive in Juab County. Stories of the past are hidden in the desert mountains. From relics of mining history to places of outlaw mystery, tall tales to be discovered, and buried treasure to be uncovered. Juab, the key county of Utah.
Well, most people think that this is the place, but really, this is the place. Welcome back to At Your Leisure.
This is actually the second monument, official monument. The first is a wooden cross that was erected here in the 1880s by some of the original people.
People who were here with Brigham Young, who knew where it happened, and so we know that we're within about 20 feet of where that actually happened. When Brigham came out of Immigration Canyon, said, "I'm done, we're stopping. This is where this is the place."
I'm not sure he exactly said that, but something similar.
It says right here.
Drive on.
Anyways, we're having a great day with Utah Off-Road, Bruce Huntington's group. We've got side-by-sides, and we're touring downtown Salt Lake and the historical sites.
One of the cleanest rides I'm anticipating.
You know, Salt Lake's a beautiful town, lots of beautiful sites, and you don't normally think you'd see it in an off-road machine, but my goodness, it just makes the day just all that much more enjoyable. It's really cool.
I'm excited.
So let's go check out, or let's go talk to Bruce and those guys about what they think about this different type of riding. It's different, isn't it?
It is. Let's go.
The weather's perfect. We were with family and friends. We saw some historical sites throughout Salt Lake City. Even though, you know, we're an off-roading group, today we were on road, and I'll be honest with you, it was just as much fun cruising around the streets of Salt Lake City versus the trails in Moab. It was a blast. This is the place monument. That was really cool. I didn't know that there were 3 different original spots, and that was fun to see the one that was built in 1920, and it was fun.
The Cathedral of Madeleine, about the fact that the cathedral's outside and represents the evil of the world, and the inside is the beauty of the grace of God. I've lived here my entire life, and I always learn something new. This state is amazing.
I love, love, love looking at architecture. So my most favorite part of today was when we were driving through Princeton Avenue, Yale Avenue, and seeing all of the historical homes. A lot of the Tudor styles, they were my favorite, to kind of try and peek into windows and see people's lives behind the windows. Driving down and the leaves falling on the razors, so that was really kind of cool. I think just driving on those few streets that we drove today, I just kept saying over and over, everyone is so different. They have similarities, but everything is so different and so unique. It's one of my most favorite things that we get to do, is be in the razors doing what we could do on a normal day, but it just makes it that much funner. For whatever reason, the open air and driving, you know, down the street to get pizza, it just makes it funner. I actually think it's unique to get out in your own city and see things that you hear about all the time, but don't take the time to go and look at, and how much you can learn about your own city in one Sunday afternoon.
So those guys are awesome to be out here riding around Salt Lake City with. You can tell from the interviews that they're really cool people.
They are, and this is a different ride, but what's normal in 2020, so I'm good.
Well, look what we found, the next site on our trail. What is it?
Governor's Mansion. Who lives here?
Governor.
Imagine that. You know,
they've learned something.
When was it built?
1902 for Senator Kearns, Thomas Kearns, but he wasn't actually a senator when it was built, right?
You know, it's nice when you're going on a history tour to be married to a history book.
Wikipedia, you guys.
There's a lot of cool sites. We're making our way around Salt Lake City. Where should we head to next? We decided to go look at the map and find some of the cool places.
Actually, the person that designed this designed another building in Salt Lake City. Maybe we'll go stop and see that.
Well, while we do that, we'll send you guys off to this week's Along the Way, sponsored by Rocky Mountain ATV.
I'm REECE STEIN, at your leisure. And you know, winter is off to a slow start snow-wise, but temperature-wise, it was 5 degrees at 8 o'clock here at East Canyon Reservoir. But that didn't stop hundreds of ice fishermen from turning out for the East Canyon Ice Fishing Contest. Red tents sprout along the entire length of the Morgan County Reservoir. The black tent comes with extra security. ATVs and snowmobiles drag gear across the ice to prospective hotspots.
I love it so much. I've ice fished since I was just a little kid. I love just the peace and being able to, just the thought of being on ice, on top of ice while fishing is incredible.
But for some first-timers, the idea of walking on frozen pond is a bit daunting.
I was a little scared at first.
Scared of what?
Going through. I stepped on the ice and I wasn't afraid anymore because it didn't crack in half.
The lure of the ice is spurred by the chance to win prizes at the 8th annual East Canyon Fishing Challenge, and many anglers are rewarded.
Yay! Your good luck!
Reese, you want to hang out and fish with us all day?
We've seen some really good fish coming in today. We've got a couple over 19 inches, quite a few 16 to 18 inches. Some really good healthy rainbow trout coming in so far.
Tim Clark's 18-inch rainbow is an early contender to take home first prize as longest fish.
It's a great time out here on the ice. We go to all the tournaments. We'll be in Finston Firs next week. Then we'll be in Echo on that one, and the one at Rockport will be at that one too.
Yeah, from Burbot Bash and Flaming Gorge to the Fish Lake Perch Derby, there are lots of fishing contests on tap this season. And next Saturday, East Canyon will host its 8th annual Winterfest.
Yeah, Winterfest, right? This is a wonderful opportunity if you have never tried it, or if you've tried winter, sports, for instance, like cross-country skiing, snowmobiling, ice fishing, right? We've got our sledding hill. But it's just a good opportunity for people to come out and enjoy a whole bunch of different winter sports in one location here at East Canyon State Parks.
Weber State College will have cross-country skis and snowshoes for you to try out. Young Power Sports will provide snowmobiles and ATVs for demos, and fishing experts will offer free ice fishing clinics. If you want to spend the night, East Canyon facilities remain open this winter.
We have so many different facilities, especially for our camping, for camping opportunities. So you mentioned, the yurts, the cabins, right, that we've had for a few years. Some of our newer additions are like the Conestoga wagons that can sleep people in, because as you know, this area is rich in Western history. The Mormon pioneers came through here. The Donna Reed Party came right through this area, and so we thought that was a great addition.
Now back to the tourney, Dave Piper of Layton brings in another nice rainbow to be measured. But at 16.5, it won't beat Luke Holding's winner at 19 3/8 inches.
Yeah, this is great. I'd be doing this even if there wasn't a tournament. I'd be on the ice somewhere.
REECE Stein at your leisure along the way at East Canyon State Park.
My daughter and I had just finished a run at this place called Eagle Point. It's this really cool but kind of challenging ski resort that has a real family feel to it. She was so excited because she beat me down the run. Deja vu. I saw myself as a kid out skiing my mom. It was a big moment for me. And all of a sudden it hit me. I was making the same memories for her.
Hey honey, have you seen this tire? Do you think we'll make it?
Not on that thing.
Don't let bad tires ruin your trip. With service stations at every location along I-15, we can get you back on the road with fast, friendly, professional service. Eagles Landing has everything you need along the way. Even the things you didn't know you'd need. Get ready for the road at Eagles Landing.
Reason number 13 to spend the night in Duchesne County. Experience the serenity of your own Red Rock Canyon. With a private fishing retreat to Falcons Ledge Resort, 8 fishing lakes, world-class rivers, fishing guides, and plenty of room to accommodate groups of all sizes. Discover all the other reasons to spend the night in Duchesne County at uintabasin.org.
Make Marysvale your hub for adventure. Nestled in the Tusher Mountains with direct access to the Bayou Trail. Explore history from Miners Park to Butch Cassidy's cabin, while blazing trails from mountain peaks to the shores of Otter Creek.
welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are making our way through Salt Lake on side-by-sides with Utah Off-Road and our friends there, and we've made our way to another beautiful building. What is this?
Okay, this building is the perfect place to take family pictures because it's beautiful architecture. But it was designed by the same gentleman who designed the governor's mansion. And this is the Cathedral of the Madeleine.
This is a really beautiful building. You know, religion is a big part of Utah and Salt Lake, and this building makes a statement. It really does.
This is the headquarters for the Diocese of Salt Lake City. So
well done, Diocese of Salt Lake City. I'll tell you what, we're going to continue on our tour through Salt Lake, and we're going to send them off
to see this week's sticker winner.
This week's contest winner was submitted to us on Facebook by Myron Knighton. Congratulations, Myron. Looks like you're the lucky winner of a full day UTV rental from Epic Rentals.
Epic Rentals is the best place to rent anything with wheels. Visit epicrentalsut.com for more details.
And it looks like you're also going to win a bonus $100 gas and gift card from the folks at Eagles Landing, which is the best place to gas up and get snacks on your next adventure.
Be sure to call us Monday at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize. Now let's take a look at our Trail of the Week.
This week's trail is the Vernon Cherry Creek section of the Prospector Trail.
The Prospector Trail system is located in Tooele County and covers approximately 700 miles.
To get more information on this or any of the other trails that have been completed on the Trail 360 project, visit www.outsiders.zone. Now let's take a look at next week's show.
We all know there's lots of well-known jeeping opportunities in Kane County, but next week, Chad and Rhea are taking you on a trail that might be a little less known, but here's a hint. It's an inch that measures over 100 feet.
Then, backed by popular demand, we're headed to the Wickiup Trail in Emery County to show you all the things you missed on New Year's.
Finally, our friends from Blue Ribbon Coalition are back to show you how trails closing won't just affect the motorized community, and they'll also show you what you can do to help protect the areas that you love.
Next week's show looks great.
Don't miss it.
You definitely don't want to miss it. Now, where are we, Gina? Needs no introduction, but give us an introduction.
This is the Utah State Capitol, Kevin.
You know, we went to Gary's house, now this went to Gary's office. We've had a great day.
Gary's house was built long before the office was built, though.
Well, what are some stats about this? You've told me something really cool about it. I did not know.
It was the most expensive state capitol complex out of all 50 states. Way to go, Utah!
And you can tell by looking at it, it's absolutely beautiful. You know, we've had a fun day today. Thanks, Utah Off-Road. You guys have been amazing. This has been a really fun. Thanks for the machines, the great machines. Salt Lake City.
Love them. Comfortable. My kids fell asleep in one of them.
That's right. So we're going to get off on down the road. We're going to go see a little bit more, but unfortunately, a half hour just isn't enough time to see all of Salt Lake City. So we've got to go. And while we do, remember there's adventure around every bend.
You just have to get out there and create it yourself.
At your leisure.